Hello, Mike. Hello, Tater. Well, we just finished focusing the scope as well as we can. The moon is still low, so we have a lot of moisture in the air to deal with. The crash is expected around 2:35. This is what we are looking for, and okay, stop moving on me. So we're looking at somewhere out there. I shall try to make a box. The moon is moving on me for some reason. And we're going to need to ask AI or somebody if it's coming from the dark side towards the bright side or the other way around. Because it is going to be bright enough to be seen if it's coming from the left side of the screen. If it's coming from the right side of the screen, it's going to be trickier to see. Okay, let's see if we can name some of the craters here. But the Einstein crater is at the very edge of the moon. By my estimate, it is here. So when we talk about watching paint dry, this is going to be even more painful. So while we have things nicely focused, we will come back to the moon. Saturn is not too far behind, so we'll go visit Saturn briefly. But before we went live, we did a painstaking focus on the moon. It should look nicer as it rises. Thanks, Nuno. Let me see if I can find a good map of the moon and identify the names of these three guys that are going to be guiding us. This is what we are looking at. Even though we have Celestron lunar tracking, it's not giving me what I want. It's drifting. I'm gonna go sidereal. Hello, CGD. Yeah, the challenging part is staying awake 3 hours. We will do things in the meantime, but the crater down here is the Kepler crater. But it doesn't give me anything. Space. Moon map. Aristarchus is the one we're looking for. And under it is Schroeder's Valley. If we go straight from here, we will get to Einstein crater somewhere around there. CGD, we need to cross 2 more fingers because they are forecasting clouds moving in here. Not that clouds have ever stopped us from having fun. Let's see if Stellarium will give us names. If we go to the moon, how close can we go in? All right. We need to convince it to give us, to label the craters for us. Oh, there we go. This should stop it from moving. This is Copernicus. We knew that. Archimedes. Okay, give me Einstein, please. Will it take me to the Einstein craters? Let's see. Okay. It's not showing me the Einstein crater. Never mind. Is Saturn high enough yet? Yeah, looks like it. I promise we'll come back to the moon. Look what we found. I like it when the scope is aligned and it finds things. But Saturn is still very, very low for us to take any decent images. It is basking in the moisture and humidity and the thick air, which is why there is a lot of red. We want to see for a second if no, this is plate solve. Go to catalog. Will it send us to the Einstein crater if we try? It does not know Einstein. And so we're left with the Starry Night. It will slew to Einstein. Let's see if it does. Hello. That's what I call reliability. It crashed. Did not move the scope. That's good news. I don't want to lose my alignment. We'll capture some frames of Saturn before the evening is over. CGD, what is the temperature your way? 80 degrees, that's what we are dealing with also. Earlier today the temperature was 70, but it felt like 85. Don't know how that worked. I want to launch, I don't think CPWI has find targets. No, Einstein. Yeah, I did not check to see what our low is going to be. We're looking at a low of 60 here by the morning. Right now, humidity 83%. I turned the dew heater on for the big scope to keep the lens clear. It usually works well. By 2 a.m. it'll be 85% humidity, by 3 a.m. 86%. Now if astrophotic gives us good news, guys, astrophotic just updated us to 7% cloud cover at 2:30. Yay! I have two choices right now. I can go get a cup of tea, or I can go get a cup of ice cream. We still have too much red in Saturn. Neptune is not too far. There is Neptune. There is Neptune. Go to. I'll go see what the fridge has or what the freezer has. Where is Neptune? The moon. This is Copernicus. Okay, let us ask the question here. From which direction will Falcon 9 come to hit the moon? They're saying it's going to come from the west-northwest direction. So we may be in luck here, seeing seeing a bright spot approaching the moon. Asking if they have any idea what the magnitude is going to be brightness. They say +3. They expect the dust plume to be close to 60 miles. According to Gemini AI, an 11-inch telescope gives you an excellent chance of capturing the aftermath, making you much better equipped than most amateur astronomers using DWARF or Seestar. So according to Gemini AI, hi John. Yes, Noel. Right now we are expecting it to hit right around here where the arrow is. And I was just reading, according to Gemini AI, we have a very good chance of seeing the smoke, the dust plume, because it's going to be sticking out of the moon and over the darkness. We may see it approaching the moon from the northwest, which is right around here. CGD, it's not going to be brighter than the moon. They're estimating magnitude 3. I mean, we always have the option of making things a lot brighter, but that'll improve our chances of seeing in the dark, but I don't want to do that. I'd rather keep it this way and then use Photoshop if I have to. Just kidding about Photoshop. For some reason, my Celestron does not want to track the moon. I tried lunar. Let's see if it's going to work with solar. For those interested in seeing what we're looking for, here's the moon. The blue dot is the Einstein crater. And these are the two that we're looking at right now. There is this one right there. No, John, I don't have math queued up. I have faith in my clouds. We put the total solar eclipse on. Despite clouds and rain, we were able to see the diamond and the beads. Good morning, Belle. So, this is the Einstein crater, which puts it right behind. Okay, move away the moon. This is where we're expecting the impact. According to Gemini AI, we will see it approaching that away. It'll be magnitude 3, so may or may not see it. But then they say when it hits, the dust plume will be visible. They expect the dust plume to be up to 100 miles high. And with the sun shining on it, we may actually see it. But we were taking a vote about which ice cream flavor I should get from the freezer. John, tea is not going to cut it at this time. Of course, you're welcome to use it. Oh, you're welcome. DJ Esmeralda, you are welcome to use it. Ladies and gentlemen, if you just joined us, this is the Pompey Observatory in upstate New York. We are using a Celestron Edge HD 11-inch, recently aligned and very carefully focused. Actually, sharp cap happily found the optimum point, which is why we're seeing this level of detail. The camera that I'm using is an ASI585 color MC. And beyond that, it is sharp cap all the way. The moon will be rising further up so we can get rid of the moisture in the air. We have 85% humidity. So please subscribe if you have not subscribed yet. And while waiting for the moon, we're going to go visit Saturn momentarily. I'm going to go get my ice cream first. I'll be back. Bill, you're in charge. Okay, move it back here. Okay, chocolate ice cream it was. Hi, Dean. Okay, let me move the moon back. For some reason, doesn't want to track the moon properly today. The telescope is under Sharp Cap's control. Okay, let me orient you briefly to the moon. We are looking at the impact being, somewhere around here. Marcos, cybersecurity doesn't work, never has. It relies on technology that was developed in 1985 by Dorothy Denning. It did not work in 1985. Here we are, 40 years later, and you guys are still trying to use signature-based detection that doesn't work, but good luck. Impact is at 2:35 Eastern Time, which puts it about 2.5 hours from now, actually 2 hours and 20 minutes. But we're going to hop over, see if Saturn is looking nice yet. Et voila, Saturn. By the way, if for some reason we don't see the plume coming out of the moon, we have Photoshop on standby so we can put one. What we're going to do now is reduce the ROI. First of all, put it in the center. Come on. And try to go with 8x6. That'll do. Actually, we're seeing some detail. Saturn. Okay. What frame rate do I have? That should do it. We're gonna do a 30-second quick capture. Let's see what we get. We're capturing at 50 frames per second. This is looking good. Capture complete. Saturn, there it is. For those not familiar with astrosurface, it is my preferred go-to for processing images like that. Open file. Celestron captures 05 Saturn. There it is, open. No, it is, yup. And we're going to analyze. Detect, there we go. Okay. Multi-point, we're going to go with the, 32 it is. And stack it. I know, John, but the crowds are getting bored here, so we're trying to entertain them a bit. And I usually give it minor level adjustment, too bright. There we go. And then go to the wavelets. Ha! That's going to have to do for now. Save it. Other than it being upside down. This is what we got. And John, I agree with you, it is still very low, but this will have to do. Now, I don't know if it's going to be happy let me go to M31. Which is in our vicinity. Let me knock on alpharads first. Okay, we can go to Andromeda. We're definitely using the wrong telescope to look at Andromeda. Garlic waffle, yes, the moon is real. We will not use Photoshop until after the event. But right now I'm attempting to look at Andromeda, even single frame, see what it looks like. This is Andromeda. Will it let us stack it? We don't have enough stars for it to stack, but we will try. It is stacking, okay. I'd like to drop down to 2 seconds, see if it'll let me. Two seconds is dropping them. Let's go back to 4. Okay, 4 it is stacking them. Let's see if we can adjust color balance. And then adjust auto stretch. Obviously it's not going to show us anything interesting because we're so close, but that is the center of Andromeda that we're stacking. All right, as I mentioned, this telescope is not ideal for looking at very large galaxies. Do we have our guiding turned on? Nope. Alright, we'll end the live stack here. Yeah, this is the live image of Andromeda. It is bright enough that we can see it without stacking. The moon is rising. Unfortunately, I have not been able to convince any of my pieces of software to go directly to the Einstein crater. This is the moon. And to get to the Einstein crater, we have to go all the way up. And to the left. This is where we're going to be spending much of our time. Why is it giving me those waves? Okay, it's the monitor. So as we mentioned earlier, we expect it to hit right around here. And it's going to be coming from the black part, and the plume is going to show up at the black part. It's going to hit the edge right around here. Well, wrong way, Feldman. We have taken literally liberty here by naming it Elon crater. I don't know that anybody else has named it Elon crater yet, but it is appropriate. So the year was 2008, and I went to Hawthorne, California, to meet with a guy who wanted to occupy Mars and to send rockets to the moon. And walked into his office, and he was obsessing on a whiteboard on the design of something he called Falcon 9, because it had 9 rocket engines. And his words were, if I don't remove 150 parts from this design, it will never fly. And he was obsessing on reliability, understanding that 0.9999 raised to the power thousands of parts is going to make that thing unreliable. Here we are, almost 20 years later. Falcon 9 is launching several times a week, and they are coming back and they are being reused. He managed to get those 150 parts out of it. So we ended up having a very nice, lengthy conversation with Elon. Not with the naked eye. Right now they are estimating magnitude 3, but given how bright the moon is, you will not see it. I mean, you can see a magnitude 3 star, but not if it is close to the moon, that close to the moon. We're going to have to make a judgment call here whether to increase the exposure dramatically to see it approaching but lose the impact, or keep it at about this and hope for the best. AI models suggest that we will see the plume if it hits dust. We'll see the plume rising out of the moon. SWL, you are correct, thank you. It's not going to be visible with binoculars or the naked eye. So we're 2 hours from impact. In the meantime, since Garlic Waffle can look at the moon all night, here's the moon. I'm not aware of any space station passing. Hi, Jeannie. The autofocuser did a good job at focusing us onto the moon. And I have the dew heater turned on. With 85% humidity, don't want to accumulate moisture on the lens. Garlic Waffle, if your telescope is bigger than 11-inch aperture, by all means go for it. If it's less than 11-inch, stay with us. I'm unable to convince it not to drift. It knows we are tracking the moon. Nope. Let's see if this will do the job. Lunar. We will soon find out if it's going to work. Royal, you're welcome. John, are you asking me if I want to bring my S50 or are you bringing your S50? There are a couple of things we can look at the moon, and I can see what else is out there. I was trying to see if the Chinese space station is anywhere nearby. International Space Station is not visible right now. You clouded out in Orlando. All right. Guys, give me just a minute. We will put the S50 out. Good morning from UK. When will it hit? 2:35 a.m. So that'll be in just under 2 hours. We're going to see if we can get the S50 out. Yeah, just under 2 hours. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe while you're at it.
Powering on, ready to connect.
Let's see how we're going to do this. Karashville, there is nothing sensitive. This is an astronomy computer. Mr. Pinto S50 is up and running. Good morning, Diana. Which part of Scotland are you from? I've been to Glasgow and Edinburgh many times. Michael Penny, yes, the impact is expected to leave a 20-meter crater. There is not much left in that rocket. It is it's empty. Liminal 27, you are correct. Einstein crater is at the very edge. and we may or may not see the rocket approaching, but there's a good chance we'll see the plume. Diana, this is not an accident. This is the rocket that carried payloads to the moon and delivered them. And it was not intended to return to Earth. Sabrina on the west coast, it's going to be 11:35 your time. No, not an asteroid hitting the moon. It's going to be a Falcon 9 rocket. No, Seestar is doing its normal useless business. It has no idea what it's looking at. What is M13? Okay, that thing's totally out of focus. Jack Franconi, it is not going to explode. It's going to be hitting lots of dust that has accumulated over the past many years. All right, let's see now if it's gonna take us places. What is M13, John? It is just one stage, not the entire rocket. Jack Franconi, the only way to know if we're going to see it or not is you can play it safe and close your eyes, then you'll definitely not see it. But for the rest of us, we're going to see if it's visible. Sean Kelly, it's going to hit at 2:35. No, it's about an hour and 50 minutes. Diana, it depends if it's hitting dry land or if it's hitting lots of dust. If it's solid rocks, it's going to be a different situation than if it's hitting lots of dust in there. Hello, Kushi. The view that you're seeing from the moon is a lot more than a few hundred miles. Good evening, good morning. Yes, we decided not to use the DWARF tonight, but rather the 11-inch telescope. That's getting brighter. Diana, we believe it was carrying payloads that landed on the moon, and it did not have enough fuel to get it back to Earth. So it was intended to crash on the moon eventually, which is what it is doing. Gregory, we don't know if we're going to see the rocket or not. It will be approaching from the top left of the screen. They estimate magnitude 3, so we may see it approaching, but it's coming down at 5,000 kilometers per hour, also known as very fast. So we may or may not see it. Catfish, it's 235 EDT, not 225. Dale MXX, the big attraction is 1,400 people getting together to chat about technology and science. Diana, I believe it was meant to hit the moon. John's 2982, no, we named the crater after him. We wanted to be ahead of the game here. When we get closer to the time, we will make the moon image a lot bigger. Toner Low, long time no see. Super Dragon Wagon, it's going to be 2:35 Eastern Time. Depending what you mean by legit stream. This is a Celestron Edge HD 11-inch. To the right and to the left, it's the Seestar S50. And you are not going to find anywhere else on the internet two telescopes streaming at the same time in 4K resolution, except here. $135 for Texas. Grant, thanks for the compliment. I'm glad you joined us. Michael Penny, thanks for the seconds added to the minutes. That will be helpful here. John, it's not AI generated. No, thank you. So this is Andromeda, but we're going to try to find something else to look at. Mike, I don't believe there was any fuel left in the tanks. No, we're not doomed. If the rocket gets too close to us, we'll turn off the stream, so you guys will be safe. Thanks, Lulu. It will not ring like a bell. Thanks, Dark Ramos. 5,000 miles per hour. Yeah, chat is spicy. We're going to show people something that they do not expect. We're going to go to Saturn. For those who think that this is an AI-generated stream, here's Saturn. We're going to go to Saturn. We're going to capture 30 seconds worth and process it. For those complaining about AI, I stopped using AI before they were born. I have patents on AI dating from 1997. So there's Saturn. We're going to center it. And then we're going to change the ROI. There we go. Move it to the side. And the weather is turbulent. AI is not going to generate this for you, by the way. And we're going to take a quick capture of 30 seconds. We are 21 seconds. Zero frames dropped. We'll capture them at 32 frames per second. I would have liked it to be a bit higher, but let's go see what we have. I use Astrosurface, by the way. It's my preferred planet processing software. Open, Bayer, register, detect, analyze. Thank you, Vaonis. And then we're going to go and stack them. Done stacking. We'll edit. And wavelets. I usually start by doing some noise pre-filtering, and then reduce the strength halfway, and then go with the high frequency wavelets. Look at the beauty. Low frequency wavelets. That's probably all we're gonna get from it tonight. Save it. JPEG. And open it. Saturn aligned, and this is the one. So that's what we got. Could be better, but not tonight. Hello, Pawan. No, it has not smashed into the moon yet. Let's go back to the moon. The reason it's drifting is we have tracking set to lunar, so we can stay with the moon. And we're going to go back to out of the way. Back to the moon. DJ Razor Edge, thanks for mentioning it. A week from now, we're going to have an incredible meteor shower that we'll be watching live. And then later in the week, we will be looking at a lunar eclipse around here. There is the moon, 252, too bright. And let's move up. And out. Yep, this is where we're expecting impact. Wildfire. I think we are not dealing with much smoke here. Yeah, we're reasonably okay, smoke-wise. This is the smoke situation. We're out here, not too bad. Paul, we are in Pompey, New York, 13 miles southeast of Syracuse. Brian Wood, we're expecting it at 2:35, so it's another hour and 25 minutes. Just a chip. No, it is in 2 hours. Oh, sorry, in an hour. It's not tomorrow. Ramsey, it hasn't hit yet. We're gonna go look at the comet. Don't know how much the moon is gonna disrupt it for us, but we'll see if it's visible. Comet 10P Temple. Guys, please keep politics off this channel. Thank you. We're trying to find the comet. Just take a quick look at it. John, I added you as moderator. So we have a comet here. Let's see if we can... Okay, you should be able to see the comet in the center. It's comet 10P Temple. It's gonna take me more than a minute or two to create a countdown timer now. Thanks, Bartlett. This is not AI, I can assure you that. Actually, just for the fun of it, we're going to do the following. Watch us do a fly over the moon, just for the fun of it. Stand by. So we're going to go to telescope and disable tracking, and look what happens. It's a fly over the moon. Thanks, Nugget. So if AI can do that for you, I'll be really impressed. Yes, impact in 1 hour and 14 minutes. Garlic, I'll give you a subscriber only mode. Give me a second. And this is where we're going to stop it from moving. And yeah, this is the part of the moon that we are this is the part of the moon we're interested in. In the meantime, here's comet 10P Temple, captured with Seestar S50. Anders, you're welcome. Looks like we may have a copyright in process. Thanks, brother. We already named it Elon crater. Bill, the number of viewers are approaching our Oswego days. We cannot zoom much any closer than this. Troy Hapler, you have not missed much yet. Just as a reminder, this is where the Einstein crater is, which puts us halfway between these two craters that will form a nice triangle for us. So impact somewhere around here. Just as a reminder, we are using an equatorially mounted scope. So the moon is not going to look exactly the way you are seeing it because of the tilt in the scope itself. Pickle handler, that's what we want to find out, if we're going to be seeing the impact or not. Let me see if I can pull up a countdown timer. Belt Joseph, at least half the people have IQ below average. So you cannot really generalize. Okay, we're drifting again. Nope, it is tracking moon. So we have exactly 65 minutes. Okay, there we go. To those who were asking for a countdown timer, are you happy now? You're welcome, Duncan. We're going to try to see if Seestar wants to go to the moon. Matthew, I'm not going to Alcon next week. Marathon training. The countdown is off by a few seconds. John, I don't know if you have noticed, but you have become a moderator because you complained about the moderator not being there. That's how Bill found himself moderator also. Thanks, Kai. Or is it K, Boku? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, just under an hour now. We do not have any tracking data. Objects. Solar system. John, I'm not happy with this. It is refusing to let us look at the moon as a moon and not as a deep sky object. Okay, there we go. Okay, we're in moon mode. Thank you. So we're looking at it right around here. So that's where we expect it to arrive from the right around these, right around here. Which is the same as those. There we go. Belt Joseph, maybe, maybe not. Gonna keep an eye on it. Stuart, the big telescope is equatorially mounted. The small telescope is alt-as. That's why you see a rotation. The big telescope that we have is purely analog. Nothing digital about it. Camera is digital, but that's about it. I like your pun, Boxlid. We are indeed lunatics. Just under 50 minutes. Jeannie, we gave you work to do also. Thank you. Hello, Mary. We are waiting for a Falcon 9 to hit the moon. It should be occurring in about 48 minutes. Canon neighbors, since Earth is 80% water and none of it is carbonated, that means the Earth is flat. But if you insist on it being round, so be it. The Einstein crater is somewhere around here. It is at the very edge of the moon, or in this case, it is somewhere around here. Let me pull up a picture. There we go. The blue dot is the Einstein crater, and these are our reference points, or these two. So it is right around here. Bell Joseph, we are engineers. We do not answer why questions. We answer what questions. So you need to go find a scientist or a philosopher if you have a why question. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching the channel, please subscribe. And to all those who have already subscribed, thank you very much. You put us over 6,000 subscribers. So, don't know if we can track it using the API. So here's the plan. According to Gemini AI and according to Grok, the rocket approaching the moon is going to have magnitude of about 3. It would be visible with the naked eye, except it's going to be very close to a moon that is magnitude minus 13. So the moon is going to be much brighter, so the naked eye will not see it. The 11-inch telescope has a good chance of seeing it approaching from the left, the top left. But experts predict that we have a better chance of seeing the dust plume when it hits the moon. They anticipate the dust plume to be between 50 and 100 miles in size. So it will be reasonably visible. We'll see. I don't think we're going to see it on Seestar, but the moon is always good looking on Seestar. Beth Joseph, yeah, it's expected to be big. The main guessing game here is, will it hit rock or will it hit dust? The more dust will come out. No, you have not missed it yet. It's due in about 41 minutes. Roland, don't know if they are still functional. Bill, we just hit 4,000 viewers concurrent. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. And we have picked up 700 new subscribers this evening. Thank you, guys. To all those who are watching today, please join us a week from now for the Perseids meteor showers. We're expecting 100 showers per hour, so that's a couple per minute. And we expect to have multiple cameras and telescopes on the sky to look at the meteors. Last time we tried to stream live a meteor shower, we had an aurora borealis that ruined it for us, so we settled for beautiful colors. Mama notes, yes, this is a countdown. It's off by a few seconds, but the minutes are correct. We expect the object to hit us somewhere around here, coming from the northwest and hitting right around here. So we'll just pay attention to this area. Or on the flat moon, it's going to be coming right around here. See, if you look at the picture, those two white craters form a nice triangle. That's what we're looking for. These two forming that triangle. This bright spot here where the arrow is the Einstein crater. Bill, just for the record, this is our largest single day addition of subscribers. So thank you guys for subscribing to the channel. And join us often. We go live whenever it's not snowing in here. Black Hawks, you're welcome. Imaging the International Space Station is one of the hobbies on this channel. We try to take pictures of it during the daytime, and that is a lot of fun. Simon Eddy, we know about your Pompey Observatory down at Portsmouth. I spent 3 years in Salford, up in the northwest. Thanks, Zebediah. The camera is just a touch overexposed. We're trying to give us a fighting chance of capturing the incoming rocket. If you want it just a bit darker, we can do that. That's not an issue. Since we're going to be dealing with an object that is dim relative to the moon, I'd rather go a touch overexposed, just in case. Well, the folks in Florida had offered to give us a stream from down there, but so far our weather is holding. Big 80s new wave. We're expecting a Falcon 9 rocket booster to hit the moon. DKAJJ, there is a countdown timer, 33 minutes roughly. The clock is 25 seconds too fast. So when the countdown gets to 30 seconds, it means we're there. Thanks, Jordi. No, not really. I don't. I worry about missing it if we zoom too much. We can zoom this way. But I worry about us missing it. Let's see what this gives us. Yeah, I'm not comfortable with it. I'd rather stick with this. I want to see those two reference points because they are telling me that this is where it's going to be hitting. See, these two reference points make a right angle triangle with the Einstein crater, and that's what I'm trying to keep within my field of view. It's right here. Lee Comedy Cave, it's coming from the dark side towards the bright side. No, we're too far from the Sea of Tranquility. Diamond Nut, thank you, you're welcome. Thanks, Jane. Join us a week from tonight. Weather permitting, we'll be looking at the Perseids meteor shower, expecting 100 meteors per hour. That should be a nice sight. Hello, WRX. Long time no see. Bella, we're very likely to have data centers on the moon, but initially the plan is to put them in orbit a lot closer and much more reliable connectivity. But at this point, the moon is likely to be a staging ground for Mars. Both windows are live feeds. The picture at the bottom is not live feed. I'll turn it off. The one on the left is Seestar. The one on the right is a 11-inch Edge HD telescope. I don't think Seestar is going to capture it, but we will. It really doesn't matter if we go 4x here. All right, we're going to have to do it the old-fashioned way. track the moon, and we'll enlarge it with pinched fingers. It should be approaching from the left. That S-looking shape here is the same one there, and that is where we're expecting it to hit. I will pull that picture once more. Thanks, Bill White. I'm putting this here just for reference. The double crater shape here at the very edge is the Einstein crater. So we're looking at right around here is where we're expecting it to enter. And by the same token, right around here. OMG, we have 23 minutes. Clifford, both screens are live. One of them is a 50 millimeter telescope. The other one is 11-inch or 2800 millimeters. And people who follow this channel know that glass has its privileges. One of them having 5.5 times more in diameter means we're looking at about 27 times more in surface. "21 minutes. Roberto, yes, we think it's going to be exactly here. Or on that other side, exactly here. Riley, yes, something will really happen. The question is, will we see it, or do we have to use Photoshop to convince ourselves that we saw it. Well, this is a unique opportunity. We have not had. Indiana, you are Eastern Daylight Time also, correct? No. Are you Central? Clifford Trott, everything that we are streaming is being recorded. We will have a full video of that we can play back slide by slide if we need to. The question here is, can we make this one a lot bigger? And that's what I'm going to attempt to do. Well, with a bit of luck, it will not get cloudy in the next 17 minutes. It is amazing how clear the zoomed-in Seestar image, even though Seestar's sensor is only 2 megapixels. The 585 sensor on the 11-inch telescope is 8 megapixels. James, it is 17 minutes in dog years. Yes, we put a timer on the screen by popular demand. Dieter, so far Elon is the only one who paid me to name it. Thank you for remaining open-minded. If we see the impact, we will definitely have an instant replay. Jameson, yes, this is live. I'm trying to figure out when we need to start recording. We're close to getting 10,000 concurrent. Not since the Indian storm have we had this many viewers at the same time. Thank you. And we appreciate you guys subscribing to the channel. In addition to our optical telescopes, we have 3 radio telescopes that we can use to image the Milky Way. And we have had some success imaging Jupiter with the radio telescope a while back. Okay, we are at 10,000 concurrent viewers. Thank you. Yeah, Ben, join us for the meteor shower. It'll be in a week. Well, we are recording. The video that's going out live now is being recorded. It's being stored on YouTube, so we can always retrieve it if we must. Thanks, John. $11,000 simultaneous viewers. Thank you, guys. Tomcat ETA 7 minutes. $12K. The dust cloud is expected to be about 60 to 100 miles high, so it could be visible. When the countdown gets to 1 minute, we'll start recording on both devices. Jeannie, we're approaching 13K. Now, the first person who sees the rocket or the plume coming out of the moon wins a 1-year free subscription to the channel. It's going to be hitting somewhere right around here on this screen and right around there on this screen here. Yeah, right around here. And right around here. Four minutes to impact. Jeannie, we blinked and we got to 14K. 3 minutes. Well, before August is over, we have the meteor shower, we have a partial solar eclipse and a lunar eclipse, all in August. So join us often. In another minute, we're going to start recording on the Seestar. I dare not record on the big one because it is an 8 megapixel resolution. It's filling up very, very, very fast. So we'll hold off this one for a second. I'm actually a minute. Okay, Seestar is recording. The impact is expected at 2:35:27. Exactly 1 minute. Okay, we're within 10 seconds of impact right around here. There is this dot here. I don't know if this is it. The whitish dot that I don't recall seeing earlier. Yeah, this one. I don't know if this was the impact or not. But this is where it was supposed to be, and that little dot, I don't recall seeing it earlier. It's easy to tell. Okay, we need to debayer it. We have 2800 frames. I'm going to extract them all. And see if we can tell whether that thing was indeed there. It's going to take a few seconds. That's going to take a couple of minutes to process the file, and then we'll take a quick look at it. Look at the bright side. We do not have clouds yet. Responsible always, you're an idiot. I started streaming live on the internet 10 years before YouTube came into existence. Go do your homework. So this was the image that we took earlier. Okay, it has the wrong debayer. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for joining us tonight for this anticlimactic episode. Hopefully we'll see you again when the weather permits and the meteor shower is coming in about a week. Aerostorm, thank you very much. Welcome. I'm glad you joined us. And for now, so long from Pompey.